What do food cravings mean emotionally? Now, you may have heard that chocolate cravings mean that you're deficient in magnesium, or whenever you crave salty foods, it means that you are lacking trace minerals. And whether or not those little factoids are true or not, most of the time, your food cravings are coming from an emotional source. So eating a certain kind of food or replacing your craving for magnesium with some salmon or almonds is not going to be the answer. The answer is to get to the root of the actual emotional craving. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about the emotional states that cause cravings. And if you stick to the end, I'm also going to share with you techniques to help you to conquer your food cravings from that emotional side. And it isn't about positive affirmations. Now, the first emotional state that causes food cravings is feeling sad. And it can be just sad about situations that are going on in your day. It can be something much greater, a bigger, heavier sadness, like actual grief. Or it could be something a lot less obvious. Maybe you're feeling lonely in your office by yourself whenever you're used to working in a community or in an office where you're used to having people to kind of banter around with, and that's more your personality. So you might seek out food, not really realizing that what you're really feeling is a lack of connection. And number two is feeling stressed. So we are such a go, go, go society. Everybody is so busy. And, we wear it as a badge of honor. We feel like we have to be busy. And it's really not honorable because it wears down your immune system, it wreaks havoc on your cardiovascular system, and it does cause cravings. So stress is our second emotional state. And our third emotional state that causes cravings is feeling bored. Yes, even though we're this go, go, go society, we also get bored sometimes, and then we feel restless. We feel like we need to be doing something. And what's missing? You kind of feel like something's missing. I need to be doing something. And we end up snacking. I know a lot of people too that in their downtime, whenever they're watching TV, it just doesn't quite feel complete without a snack, without some popcorn or pretzels or something sweet to end up the evening. And that's just boredom. Another thing that is kind of in this category, I kind of put it in there with boredom, is procrastination. So we really know we need to be doing something, but eating sounds so much more inviting than doing the thing that we need to be doing. So that's another really common emotional craving that comes up. And another emotional state that you may not really think about because it's positive is a happy celebration. Those kind of times whenever you're celebrating a holiday, celebrating a birthday, those times we always pair up with some special food, and we can't seem to enjoy an occasion without eating those foods. Now, I'm not saying that you need to deprive yourself of these celebratory times, unless they're happening all the time. Like, we can always think of something to celebrate, right? So maybe in that case, it's better to just enjoy the occasion than indulging the craving to eat a certain kind of celebratory food. But yes, that is another number 4 kind of emotional state that can cause cravings. And our last feeling is not so much an emotion, but it is definitely a feeling that can cause cravings, and that is feeling tired. So I am going to talk about some ways of handling and addressing the emotional cravings, but when you're tired, you just want to boost up your energy either by maybe taking a power nap or getting some movement. A lot of times you can be energized just by taking the stairs a couple of times up and down, or going for a short walk, doing some squats. Doing some movement can help to get rid of that tired feeling without caffeine or sugar. The answer to all of this is to acknowledge the emotion. Acknowledging the emotion is going to help you to bust the cravings. So we want to address the emotion and not just go get the food. Because whenever we eat, we do feel better temporarily. We get a dopamine hit because we're rewarding ourselves, and that dopamine will increase our mood. It makes us feel happy. And yes, also whenever you're celebrating, you get that dopamine hit that kind of adds to the happy atmosphere. So that's another reason why we are seeking these pleasurable foods during celebrations and when we're feeling down. Now, unconsciously, we're turning to the food to kind of stuff away the thoughts and the feelings that are happening subconsciously, but it's such a short-term fix. It doesn't address the problem, and the issue is going to get louder. The feelings will get louder and more troublesome, and so it causes a vicious cycle. Bringing those feelings out into the light helps us to acknowledge them and to notice it, and really quickly they lose their strength. How I do this when I have a craving is I stop and I take a few deep breaths, maybe close my eyes and kind of scan my body, and just maybe scan my thoughts as well, and try to see, is it the feeling or is there a thought that's most prevalent? Really noticing what it is. And if it's the feeling that's most prevalent, then I ask myself, why am I feeling this way? What is the thought that's causing that feeling? Because feelings are always preceded by a thought. There is some thought that's gone through our mind that caused us to feel that way. So I stop and I'm getting to that thought. What am I thinking that's making me feel this way, making me have this craving? Now, you don't need to change the feeling. If you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling, sad or bored, or, one of these, what we deem as a negative emotion, we don't need to try to make it positive. We just need to notice it and let it be. Let it be in us, and it will actually, like I said before, lose its power. The more we try to ignore it, the more it's prolonged, the longer we experience it maybe at a lower level, but we're causing ourselves more suffering by continuing to try to act like it's not there. Or maybe not suffering, but the craving, right? So we can release the suffering or the craving by feeling the uncomfortable feeling. So by experiencing the emotions and noticing the source of the cravings, we can see that that's going to make a lot more of an impact on helping us to feel better than eating. Eating, again, it may give you a momentary hit, but we're not addressing the cause of the craving, and the craving will keep coming back. Food is not the answer. Food is never the answer to emotions. Food is the answer to fueling our body, and that's what it's there for. So I hope this is helpful for you for releasing your cravings, your emotional cravings. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because every Friday I put out a new video that is to help you to conquer your food cravings and achieve your weight, health, and fitness goals. And I will see you again next Friday. Bye for now.